Mr. Drew Brees. Hi, my name's Thomas. You're not going to know me because, number one, I don't live in New Orleans. Number one, not a Saints fan. Really not a fan of football at all. And you pass for touchdowns. I support your freedoms. But let me help you understand something. You see kneeling during the national anthem as a bad thing. And you actually absolutely have your right to say that. And you were talking about how when you see the flag, you think of your grandfather fighting and your grandparents fighting in World War II. Very admirable. And I respect your grandparents. Absolutely. They built what I currently do for a living. But let me help you understand something. See, my father served in the Navy 1940-ish. He went in when he was 17 years old. He had dropped out in sixth grade, so he was illiterate. And after 3 years, he was kicked out of the Navy and joined the Air Force, where he did another 3 years, and he was kicked out again. Both times for being illiterate. The black soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines were not treated the same way your grandparents were. When they fought against the Nazis and the Axis powers or what have you, when they came home to lynchings and beatings and separate water fountains. They weren't allowed to eat in the same restaurant as white soldiers, like your grandfather. They were called the N-word to their face. And these men served their country. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine serving the country and then coming home and being treated like that? You probably can't. I'm sure you can't. You're a $1 million NFL quarterback, Super Bowl champ, and all that other things, but you couldn't possibly imagine that. What you fail to understand and what people of your ilk fail to understand is this is what we do. We serve so that Colin Kaepernick can choose to take a knee during the national anthem. It's not just for a flag with us, or at least with me. And I've talked to other black soldiers, and I've talked to other Hispanic soldiers. I've talked to gay soldiers. No, it's not like that. See, we take an oath that states, I will defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So the Constitution has this little article. It's the First Amendment. The right to peacefully protest is covered in that. So for you to be upset about football players and basketball players and sports stars taking a knee during the national anthem, you're being disingenuous. Now, mind you, again, you are perfectly okay, perfectly within your right to have that opinion. It's what I serve for. But I think you're missing the point. I really do think you're missing the point. The moment the flag becomes more important than the rights, we have a problem. And it wasn't until our leader made it about the flag and the troops that it became so. Have you ever talked to Colin Kaepernick? You ever have a conversation with him? Ever sit down and listen to his grievances? Ever? He made it perfectly clear exactly why he did it. But then guys like you and Jason Whitlock and everybody else completely let that go in one ear and out the other, because all you saw was this biracial quarterback not standing for the flag and not standing for the troops. You missed the point entirely. And sadly, you doubled down on that today. Today. See, patriotism has been completely bastardized in this country. Completely bastardized. We don't have patriots anymore. We have partisans. Patriotism is now supposedly the official property of one party over another. And all the people that adhere to that party ideology, well, not all of them, because I do know some conservatives who, they just can't take that stuff. They're just not dealing with it that way. But it has now become the sole propriety, ownership has now been passed to one party. So you see guys in tactical gear going to talk to the governor of Michigan. That's patriotism. Standing for the flag is patriotism. Even though, have you ever seen what happens in the stands when the national anthem is played? Have you ever looked at that? Bathroom breaks, going to get nachos, whatever, buying another jersey, what have you. People doing that is, as, if not more disrespectful, or should be more disrespectful to you than kneeling. But of course it isn't. And that's the people in the stands. We're not even going to talk about the people at home. Just not even going to do it. Not going to do it. So what I would like to see you, a man of your stature, do is first become very educated in the history of this country. Read the second stanza of the national anthem. Start there. And then when you are sufficiently offended, reach out to Colin Kaepernick. Oh, wait, you don't want to do that? Okay. Reach out to some of those Tuskegee Airmen that fought in World War II. What, too far? Okay. There are black leaders in Louisiana you can actually go talk to. Oh, wait. That might be too far, too. Why don't you talk to your teammates? Talk to your black teammates. That's what you do. Ask them about police brutality. These are $1 million players living in nice homes, taking hits year after year for a bigger contract and a bigger contract. Ask them about being stopped by the cops. Ask them. They're on your team. You can talk to them anytime you like. And then when you have done that, when you've researched why the protests were happening in the first place, talk to Colin Kaepernick. Pretty sure you have his phone number. You do have his phone number. Go talk to him. Ask him why he started this. Don't listen to him telling you on the camera in front of the reporters 4 years ago, don't do that. No, don't do that. Go talk to him face to face. Okay? And when you do that, think about what you said today. And I guarantee you, you will change your fucking mind. Peace.